Yo, what's up guys, Kiko Soares here. Welcome back to a brand new video, and today, if you saw the news break, you kind of already know what I'm going to be talking about. The Kiko Bomba, Rodrigo to Arsenal is starting to catch some smoke, starting to catch some fire. I told you this a month ago, that he was gone, that he's out of Real Madrid. And let me firstly tell you, first off, actually, let's get it not out of the way because it deserves the respect. Rest in peace, Diogo Jota. This is not what this video is about. I don't want to monetize or anything like that. That's why I'm not making a video about it. But it deserves to say thoughts and prayers to his family, his beautiful wife, his widow, the 3 children that he's leaving behind, his parents that now lost him and his brother at the same time. I can only imagine what they're going through. But regardless, at the end of the day, thoughts and prayers. I don't want to make this video about that, but I had to be said. Rest in peace, Diogo Jota and Andres Silva, because God knows life is fickle. Hug your loved ones, and let's just move on. But like I was saying, Rodrygo to Arsenal, starting to catch his smoke. Today, Mario Cortejana came out and said that Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso are open for Rodrygo to leave. I told you this a month ago because, for my sources, what I was told is that Rodrygo is out. That after the Club World Cup, it was more than likely the end of his career at Real Madrid. What's the problem? A lot of people are telling me, oh, like, Kiko, how do you know this? Oh, like, Kiko, you're not nobody, blah, 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 blah. First off, I told you about Mastantuono when it seemed like he was going to PSG, and then miraculously I said something, and then, oh, Real Madrid is actually in direct contact with him, and they're trying to, like, snackle the deal. I'm like, no, he already signed. And Trent, I was told when he signed, and then you guys were saying, oh, you're not nobody, Kiko, like, we already knew what's going to happen. No, same thing with Rodrygo. I was told that he's going to leave, more than likely to Arsenal. And after certain things happen, like Franco Mastantuono signing for us, I was like, oh, like they told me that. And they told me Rodrygo wasn't leaving until Franco Mastantuono was going to sign. So I'm like over here just relaying the message, just relaying what I was told. And looking at the overall picture, a lot of people say that, oh, you guys Madridistas are so ungrateful, blah, 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 blah. Rodrygo has been with us for north of 7-8 years. He has won 2 Champions League. He has had the clutch moments. He has been a La Liga winner, Copa del Rey winner, Super Cup, a UEFA Super Cup, a Club World Cup before the new one, an Intercontinental Cup winner. He has won everything with us. And he has been an amazing piece. But there's a time that me, as a fan of Rodrygo, I'm like, dude, it's Vini, Mbappe, Jude, Fede, and then Rodrygo. And this is the thing, Rodrygo deserves to be Rodrigo and then everyone else. He's that good. So at Arsenal, bro, he gets the left wing position in the Premier League. He's going to cook in a whole different level, and then he's going to be Rodrigo and everyone else. And he deserves that. He has won enough in our club, in our history, that he's not going to be forgotten. But at this point, me as a fan of him, I'm like, dude, you're good enough to be a starter and the franchise player anywhere. You just happen to be at the one club that we have a surplus of stars. And what's the thing? During the World Cup, he starts the first game, he gets an assist, but I was like, he looks out of place. Because like the scheme and everything wasn't looking too good. The next 2 games, bench. One he gets subbed in, one he doesn't play at all. And what happens against Juventus? He didn't even get to warm up. So what does that tell me? Bro, the more time goes, more than likely he will be gone. And Lord behold, today, Mario Cortejana, Xabi Alonso and Real Madrid are open to the sale. If a bid that makes sense comes in, he's gone. And then they're going to leave it to the player. I'm like, dude, I already told you all of this. So when it comes down to sources, when it comes down to breaking news, when reliability, I'm telling you everything that everyone else is telling you. I just told you before. So when it comes down to the clubs, Arsenal is the front runner, 100%. I've been told that they're still dealing with it and they have to find a way to make it make sense money-wise, and also they have to put a bid in. I know for a fact that that's probably gonna come to fruition later on, but there's another club that is in the shadows. They have to sell a player. They're trying to get rid of a player before they go full on Rodrigo. Now, and again, I said this on the live, and I don't want to get morbid, but it's a reality of things. Liverpool wasn't in the conversation whatsoever. Let me tell you that for sure. But again, rest in peace, Diogo Jota. That kind of forces their hand, in a sense. That's as much as I'm gonna say in that stipulation, because I don't want to make this video morbid like that. But we gotta be realistic in the sense that, like, that happened. So Liverpool could now be in the conversation. Arsenal are the front runners, and then the other club, still a Premier League club, that as much as I'm gonna say, until like that thing happens that I'm talking about, that player leaves, you can decide if it's Newcastle, Manchester City, Chelsea, Aston Villa, whoever. But you can decide what club I'm talking about. Until it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna say anything. And if that club does show up, or another club does show up, and they swoop the deal, I'll be the first one to tell you that wasn't the club I was talking about. Just be clear about that. But that's all I know. As of right now, I don't see a reason besides having the best super sub in the world in Rodrygo to keep him. Honestly, like that's really the thing. But like, he's too good. It's like having a Maserati. It's like having a Ferrari in the garage for no reason. You know what I'm saying? That's how good Rodrygo is. So in my eyes, by all means, I would love Rodrygo to stay. But if he was to leave to Arsenal, he already won enough that it's time for to show him, just like, hey, I was winning stuff with that club, but don't get it wrong, I was this good. I can average 25 goals a season, 35 goals a season, plus this many assists, and this is what's gonna make me the guy. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes trophies without numbers are nothing, but numbers without trophies also mean nothing. But when you already had the trophies with being the second, third role, and then you go to another club and say like, hey, we might not be winning trophies, but I show you I can be the main guy. It's just the rest of the team is not. Then you kind of like mix the two and you say like, hey, he was always this good. It's just the team was better. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what's going to happen at Arsenal. Because if he was to win a Premier League, or God forbid a Champions League, as the main man at Arsenal, and then you think about his career at Real Madrid, you're going to be like, dude, this guy has always been the guy. He just wasn't the main guy, because there were better players than him. But then you give him a team and build it around him, you're like, he was always this good. So that's really the mentality at the end of the day. But besides that, there's really no more news. There's 3 bombas cooking. There's the Carrera situation still going on. I'm loving how Real Madrid is playing right now. But I'll keep you guys updated as whenever that comes about. But besides that, subscribe, drop a like, follow me on all these other social medias. They're down below. I'm Kiko Suarez everywhere on Instagram, TikTok, Kick, Go TV, whatever. I don't know. All the social medias, I'm Kiko Suarez everywhere. But love you all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, and I'll see you next time. Peace.